she is. Hey there, Delilah. Fucking hell, yeah. 13 Q. Jesus. What were I saying? It's calm down.
Game should be up now, mate, unless I made a mistake somewhere.
Roger, pal. Yeah, I'm not even going to join Q. 13 Q. Fuck
Hey,
that. I'll go.
hey,
I'll
well,
watch you
how's it
for
going,
half an
mate?
hour and then go and watch some TV.
How's it going, Will? How's it going? I just died, Will. Well, I say I just died a while back, but I managed to get back on my feet quite quickly, get back to base and stuff. By the way, if you're speaking in here, mate, just be aware that you're on. Yeah, I don't normally stream in the evening, Will, but Umber asked me to fire it up. What's he playing tonight? And I've kind of got some shit I want to do tonight, hopefully. So, ending on we get to the other variables. So, yeah, the lag was bad there, but I don't think it was my connection. And the reason I don't think it was my connection is I didn't have any dropped frames on my stream. So I think it was server side. But no guarantees in that. Yeah, there has definitely been lag spikes recently. For sure. So my plan tonight, I died about an hour and a half ago. Lost everything. Yeah, but I've managed to make it back to base, and I'm in pretty good shape in terms of PID now already. Nice. But the plan for today, I'm going to nip to RCC if I can get a better backpack and a butt pack, ideally. And yeah, look at that lag, man. Isn't that lag there? Wow. Then I'm going to go visit Men in the North, which could be an interesting little conversation. And then I am heading east. That's the plan. RCC, Men in the North, and then eastwards to House of Hope / Host. Yeah, I died, but I'm pretty much back to where I want to be. My backpack's dog shit. I could have taken another VS-89 out of base. We had one, but I decided not to. I'd lost the last one. Unfortunately, it happened, well, you will not believe this. It happened within, and I swear to God this is the truth, it happened in Topple, and it happened within 60 seconds of me finding a 4-dial. Near Big Red, and you know the industrial bit, the building site industrial bit in Topple. It was there. With a little guardhouse just at the bottom there. Found a 4-dial in there. Got as far as the gas station in Topple. Died. Never saw the guy. I was fighting a Z. Before you know it, bar dead. That was nice. I'm probably not going to be in your neck of the woods to see. Aye. That's not my intention at the moment. But we'll see. I also need to get some food at some point, but I'm hoping I can maybe tap up RCC for a little. What I'm after from them really is a 56 slot backpack and a butt pack. And some food. Oh, and some 2-2 rounds. I've got a little bit of a shopping list. Don't really have much to give them in return. Box of 45. A box of 762, which is about 762 short, which I need. So yeah, the plan is ORCC, men in the north, and head out east. Got a wee shopping list for ORCC. I'm hoping that our ledger is such that, or otherwise I might need to make it up to them. Yeah, like it happens sometimes. Like Umbra, I think Umbra's watching just now. Umbra's been kind of the same boat, and also I think he's just not wanted to play quite as much recently, which is fine. You know, that's healthy. It's healthy to take. Right, he's still engaging with the game. He's still chatting to us in Discord. He's still watching streams. Hasn't really felt the urge to play as much recently. I think that's a good thing actually. It should probably be applauded. It's healthy. I'm quite lucky, I suppose. I think I would have burnt out on the game even before now if it wasn't for the fact that I have an enforced break every 3 weeks. Because I know what I'm like, and I would have just played it all the time, and that's would probably have led to burnout, to be perfectly honest. I know what I'm like. But because I have this enforced break, it probably helps keep me interested, you know. Oh, I could do a bandage as well. I've got a little shopping list actually. A little shopping list. Sorted. The good news is we made it off the coast today with no issues whatsoever. An easy, probably one of the easiest runs off the coast I've ever had, to be perfectly honest. Like within 30 minutes, I got from Cherno, got Cherno spawn. 30-40 minutes, I was back in base. Can't ask for much better than that. I'm not quite PID'd yet, but I'm not miles out. 8 miles out. Right, let's get out of here. Ah, cock off. That's another reason to get to RCC. Give our ears peeled some food. Have a lot of... I had a lot of food in me when I died. Yeah. Useful now. I could actually stand up to... Could stand to nip up to Bavi for some water actually. Oh, there is the actually I could just go to the well in Cine stock. That's what I'll do. I'll go to the well in Cine. That's what I'll do. Dimebag, what's up, bud? How are you? Thank you for being here. Found that. Found that. These two were both found, Umbra, before you start your pish. These two were both found. That's what I've taken with me. 2 refills for the SKS. 2 refills for the... Umbra's telling me obviously I'm carrying too much ammo. Well, found these 2. Actually, that's a good find. This is what I took with. You're as well just speaking to me, you know. You're still in comms with me. Umbra. Fine bag, hope you're well, mate. Thanks for being on. Got a wee plan for tonight. I'm going to up to Cinnestock right now. I'm going to get some water from the well in Cinnestock because I need some water. And then I'm going to go to RCC, then Men of the North, then eastward. Yep, no problem, bud. Thank you for being here. Is that building... That building's new, isn't it? That building's new. I am very positive that building was not there last time I was home. That building's new. 100%. Like, when I say new, like, since I was last offshore, I'm positive that building wasn't there before. Yeah.
I totally forgot I were in here, to be fair.
You're in comms, you dafty.
I know.
I took two refills for each gun, and then I found that other 2 boxes. I wouldn't have lifted boxes.
2 refills? They don't get to fire 1 billet, you bloody soft you.
Listen, you told me there was plenty of ammo, and there was plenty of ammo, so... Did you see that building I just went by the way? That building's new.
I saw it earlier today for the first time as well.
That building's new, I'm absolutely certain of it. Absolutely certain that building's new.
Popping up everywhere.
I need to go to the well, and I didn't really want to go to the well in Cine, but that's probably the better shout than fucking the Vavi one.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I need to get some. So.
You ever watched Last of Us, Dave?
I've not watched any of season 2 yet, but it's very, very highly on my list to watch because season 1 was magnificent.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yeah, I think I might go and watch a few episodes of season 2, I reckon.
There's quite a few seasons I need to catch up on. Severance is one. Slow Horses is one. We started Daredevil, the new series of Daredevil. I haven't done much more with that yet, but I want to watch that. Last of Us is definitely one. Kind of behind on a few TV shows.
Yeah, I'm going to fire talk of it, but to be honest, I just can't be asked to game at all tonight on anything, so fuck it.
Yeah, well, like, you're better not pushing it when you feel like that, because you'll just resent it even more, you know what I mean?
I think I'm just tired, mate. I just want to get off the feet, get feet up, get a brew, or a beer, one or two.
I do need to find some food at some point. I had loads of food on me when I died as well. I can't believe he killed me within fucking 60 seconds of finding that 4-dial, man. Like, what's the chances? That's the first 4-dial I've found this wipe. Like actually found. I've obtained a lot of 4-dials. That's the first one I've actually, like, found, like, organically.
It's usual case, though, innit? It's usual case. Find something decent.
Like, honest to God, I wish I was streaming because it was literally within 60 seconds. Bang. Motherfucker. I need to get to RCC to get out of this fucking rain, man. I hate this rain. That wolves there. Did you hear? I maybe heard wolves there on my right hand side.
I've actually got your stream muted.
Sorry. Oh, because you get double audio. Yeah. Makes sense.
I'm actually going to pop in a sec because kids are going to bed. But I'll watch you on the TV downstairs for another half hour, I reckon.
Yeah, I've only found organically one. Well, I mean, I traded for 2 today at the ORCC with stuff I found. Like I found plastic and epoxy and a box of nails, so I traded them for a couple of 4-dials that we needed. So I've obtained.
I've done well for 4-dials.
I've obtained them, but I've not.
Not done well on the nail front this wipe for me.
But in terms of organically finding some, that's the first one I've found. Yeah, nails I've been fine with. I seem to always be fine with nails. Epoxy I've been pretty good with as well.
Yeah, I've not done bad for epoxy.
The only good thing about this rain is the Zeds leave you alone.
Yeah, that's true. Right, I'm going to shoot off, Dave. I'll still be watching, mate, but obviously just like comms.
See you in a bit.
Enjoy your night, and I shall... Are you on tomorrow day?
Yes. Probably not in the morning. I think I'm taking the kids swimming and doing pancakes in the morning and taking them swimming. So maybe not in the morning, but probably after lunch. Lunchtime-ish after lunch.
Yeah, I've been invited to a barbecue. I'll ask some kids to go in. I don't know if I can be asked. Okay. We'll see.
I'll be about.
If not, I'll be on. So, right. Enjoy your night, and I shall catch you later.
See you in a bit, darling.
said Ahmed.
I hate this well, man. I hate all wells, but this well's... I mean, I think it's better than the Vavi one, but it's still not a great well, is it? Let's not be about the bush. Yeah, it lost its value. It did. It lost value, but it's still... all these plate runners, you know what I mean? But yes, it definitely dropped its value. Agreed. Not as valuable as it was. I feel like nails have held their value surprisingly well this wipe. Like they always, obviously they always drop over the course. I feel like they've held their value relatively well. Oh, oh, fuck off. That's not what I would. Oh. Alright, let's get out of here. I found epoxy in this little shack a couple of times. This little electrical building. A couple of times I've found epoxy in here. Hello! What's up? What's up, NG? Big nosy. Hey, Pavlo. A lot of big builds, mate. A lot of people building big this wipe for some reason. Like, that seems to be the in vogue trend, is big builds this wipe. I need to get to RCC. I do like dealing with this fucking bidder. Nosy, I hope you're well, bud. I should really go and check the hunting shop while I'm here, because it seems like basic laziness not to. I mean, yes and no, Pavlov. I kind of know what you're saying, but I think a lot of people build... Well, no, that's not true. I was about to say I think a lot of people build too big in the server. I don't think that's true. I think people have been building too big this wipe. I think this wipe people have maybe taken the run of themselves a wee bit carried away. I think people probably need to settle down a little bit. I'm not going to name names. There are some bases out there that are, in my opinion, substantially bigger than they need to be for people involved. Yeah, I think that's probably true, Pavlov. I think there's been quite a lot of newer groups to the server who have been going fucking ham with some big wipes. I think you're probably right. I think most of the current factions, most of them, I can think of one potential exception, have all been relatively similar sized. There have definitely been some new groups who are going for the old mega builds, I think it's fair to say. Yep. Nosy girl knows what's up. I don't even know if there's going to be anybody in here. I kind of need there to be somebody in here because I've no food. And it's pissing down. It's not as bad as you think. It depends on manpower. Like, it's a lot easier if you've got a lot of people, yeah? Like anything, I suppose, but, you know, particularly I think on Doug. Hello, anybody home? Anybody in at the ORCC? Hello, hello, hello? Anybody home? Please be home. Hello? Hello, 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 hello? Hello? Nobody's in, are they? Hello? Hello? Shit. I would have very much liked somebody to have been in here. no point wringing my clothes out. One last chance. Hello? 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 There is a chance. I presume you're EST then, Pavlov. There is a chance I'll be in that neck of the woods this evening. My goal this evening, my kind of plan this evening, is to head east towards House of Hope, Brasno direction. I was really, really hoping there might be somebody on the trade post, because I'm needing some food. Derek, thank you very much for being here, mate. It's appreciated. It's lovely to have you on this fine Friday evening. We are struggling a little bit for food. Actually, that's a lie. We're struggling a big bit for food. But other than that, we're doing okay. Doing okay. I was hoping somebody would be in at the ORCC. He is in at the ORCC. Yes, I do have some advice on that. And it's not particularly useful advice, and you could probably guess it for yourself, but it really is the best advice. Get out there and speak to people. Like, hit up that DayZ. Somebody's here. Okay. Get out and speak to people. Go to the POIs. Right, somebody's here. Hello? Hello? Anybody around? Somebody's around. I think I'm going to fuck off out here. I don't like this. Yeah, get out and speak to people. Go to POI, go to the major POIs and talk to people. And get a feel for the lay of the land. And once you've done that, and once you have a feel for what your character is and what you want your character to be and what you kind of want to achieve, then those two things, yeah, I know, I'm kind of running through an open field here, but I know there's somebody there and I don't really want to fuck with them. So I'm doing the old field cross here, which is risky, but yeah, I don't like that vibe in this weather. So the major POIs, different people will tell you different places, but for me, you've got the Overlook, you've got House of Hope, you've got the Trade Post. There are others, but those are the three that spring to mind as like, you've got like Waldorf's place, I guess, would be considered one. You've got EST. EST is a very good trade post, but doesn't feel as POI as the ORCC trade post I was just at does, if that makes any sense. Like, I often go to the trade post here, the one I was just at there, with no trades to do, just purely to, because I know there'll be people there and I can RP there. Whereas I don't get that vibe so much with EST. But EST would be up there. House of Hope, obviously. Mama's Mackerel, less so. I find Mama's Mackerel to be not that busy most of the time, to be honest. People tend not to, because it's right on the coast, people tend not to loiter there, in my experience. Because you've got to really want to go there, you know what I mean? Like, generally, you wake up there, you hit it up, get some fish, maybe if there's people there, the grey mains or whatever, you do some RPing and then you fuck off out of there, you know. Whereas people go to the House of Hope for RP. I don't think people are going to Mama's Mackerel for RP. Not, like, people are, obviously people are, I'm not saying people aren't, but, like, I don't think it's super common, that's what I mean. That makes sense. Like, I think people will go to Mama's Mackerels, like, because they have a reason to go and visit the grey mains. Oh, you beautiful bastard. Where are you? There you are. Well, Merry Men live right next door though, don't they? Like, Merry Men live literally next door to Mama's Mackerel, so that's not a massive shock. Like, they are literally their closest neighbours, like, physically. Like, they live a couple hundred metres away, I think. They're very, very physically close. But like, I'm not yucking your yum here. Like, I would say that Mama's Macros is a POI. Yeah, I wouldn't have it as busy as like the others. Yeah, it's definitely a friendly POI. You're 100% correct. I agree. I agree, for what it's worth. It's just I wouldn't like it's so far out of the way. Like, I wouldn't ever think about going out to visit Mama's Macros. I would think about going to Mama's Macros if I was going to, say, the House of Hope and I was planning to spend a few days out that neck of the woods. Does that make sense? But I wouldn't go out there to go to Mama's Macros. Whereas I would go to House of Hope. Like, I would go out of my way from our base in Crona Castle. I would make the journey to House of Hope with no objective other than to purely find RP. Hope that makes sense. But yes, to go back to Pavlov's question, House of Hope, the ORCC trade posts that were just there, the Overlook. Those are the three, in my head, those are the three biggest POIs on the server. Others might disagree. But for me, those are the three biggest ones I can think of. And then you have a lot of bases that have a lot of people in them. You know, like our base is generally during the day quite busy. Like Gorka, I mean, you're going to Gorka, so feel free to roll that dice. But I can guarantee you, generally speaking, there'll be people there and it'll be busy. You know what I mean? In terms of actual factual POIs, though, yeah. Overlook, House of Hope, or CC. In my opinion. You're pretty much guaranteed to bump into like all manners of people in those three places. Good, bad, and everything in between. Now, this could be an interesting one we're about to have, if they're in. We'll soon find out. Hello, anybody home? Any men of the North home? Green Mountain is borderline a POI. Like an out-and-out POI. Green Mountain, I should have included that, really. Hello, anybody here? Hello? Any of the men of the North in? Hello, guys, anybody home? Hello, hello, hello? Nope. Disappointing. I actually ran through Kozlovka today to get home. I died, and that was my route back. Kozlovka, Green Mountain, and then I actually bypassed Green Mountain altogether. Well, I didn't bypass Green Mountain. I bypassed Pushtovka altogether. Any other advice for making the long journeys north more reliable, safe? Don't rush off the coast. Zeds on the coast are your friend. They are your best food supply. Spend 20 minutes hitting up Zeds. Learn where the community camps are and use them, and don't feel bad for using them. They're there for a reason, and how you interact with them in the game is up to you, but make use of community camps, don't rush off the coast, and that first knife is so vital. Be careful how you use it, because that first knife, if used properly, equals lots of other knives. I don't know how experienced you are in the game, Pavlov, but like knives even on the coast are not, and they're common, but they're not like that first knife really, really fucking matters. So be careful how you use it. Don't just be using it for chopping up rags. You don't need to. Yeah. I think, and I also think, don't be afraid when you're on the coast to take, like, if you're just off the coast and you're fresh, like, maybe take risks with that interaction. When I say take risks, you know, maybe trust the guy that you bump into, that you maybe think's a little bit flighty. Maybe you're not confident if this guy's playing you a straight die, but maybe he is, but maybe he's not. Maybe take the risk because you've got so much less to lose at that point. And you will have adventures off the coast. Like the amount of times you die and you're so frustrated, and then you get back on the coast and you have the most amazing adventure, which wasn't planned. You bump into somebody and you just go and have this incredible run. Willow confirmed, it happens all the fucking time. So be open to going fuck it on the coast, and you know, when you've got relatively little at stake, be open to just going fuck it and having a bit of fun. You know what I mean? And you will die to that person a significant proportion of the time. By the way, they will turret shoot you in the back and you will die. That happens, right? But like you will have some amazing runs. I can guarantee you will do that, and on occasion you will have the most amazing runs that would never have happened if you played properly. That makes sense? I'm gonna have to cook this fucking chicken. I really don't want to cook it yet because I want to try and find more food and do it all in a oneer. I think I've only got 2 steaks. Get to learn as well. Get to learn the map, not in terms of learning the map. I don't know the map yet, and I've been playing quite a lot of DayZ. But get to learn who the major players are in each area. Like, understand that there are certain ways you need to behave in Zeleno, for example. Get to understand that you probably shouldn't run through Gorka unless you are in dire straits and desperate. There are organic rules to the map which you're kind of encouraged to find for yourself. I've explained a couple of them there. And those rules change over time too. Like, last wipe, Nevaya was like such a hotbed of activity and behaviours and shooting, and like, Nevaya's dead this wipe. Nevaya is fucking dead. Nothing happens in Nevaya. It's just this dead zone of nothing. And it was arguably the hottest place on the map last wipe. So the goalposts move as well. That's just something to be aware of, you know? Very, very much liked. I'm going to have to bring my clothes out because I am cold. That's also going to affect the rate at which I absorb my food. Yeah, take chances when you're coming in off the coast, but yeah, don't rush off the coast. Make sure and find a well. Make sure your stomach's full of water. Make sure you've spent 20 minutes killing Zeds. That you've a reasonable supply of food. Be aware of where community camps are. Be aware of the geopolitics of the areas that you're likely to be. And don't be afraid to take a risk on someone, with the proviso that they will kill you probably more often than not. You definitely don't want to be doing that when you're, you're 12 hours into your life and you're pretty well PID'd and you're feeling good about things and you've got a decent setup for weaponry and that's when you don't want to be taking chances. That's when you're feeling a bit more circumspect about how you approach situations. And when you're Johnny Crackhead coming off the coast, fuck it. I found a plastic explosive on this upper walkway this morning, which I was able to flip into a forward aisle. I have found 4 plastic explosives this wipe. 3 of them have been on this upper walkway. I shouldn't be telling you this because Will will never leave this alone. 3 of the 4 plastic explosives I've found have been on this very upper walkway. On this particular big red. Why? I don't know. I died just the other side of this industrial building. The first death in a while. My character was not quite 48 hours old. Well, in a decent run. Died. Snapshot. Single bullet. Oh, somebody's here. Somebody's here. I'm going to move round. We might do something with this person, but I want to then flank them a little bit, get an angle on. I won't tag with that. Fuck off. Come on. This is rude as fuck finding it here when there's somebody back. I do not like. Okay. Blackthorn are very much still a thing. Very prominent member of the server. Prominent group server, sorry. Yes, Blackthorn are very much alive group. Yeah, they're around. There is a player here. Now, which way they're going, we don't know. Blackthorn? Never known. Like, they're not a group in my mind that I think of as being crazy RPers. Like, in my head, there are much... Better's the wrong word, but like... I don't know. There's groups I associate with RP to a much higher level than Blackthorn. Golden Peppers and the Clowns being obvious shouts. I do not like the fact that they're around. This is exactly where I died earlier. Just outside those garages. Outside this little shed thing here. Well, RP wise, Umbra, would you say? Like, I'm not saying they're bad, that's not my point, but like, would you say that they're like well known for being amazing RPers on the server? I wouldn't have said that. Like, not that they're bad, but like, they're not like some legendary RPers that I'm aware of it. Like this, I think I'm actually going to log out. Head up towards the trains. Oh, there you go. Umbra knows better than me. I've not interacted with them hundreds, you know what I mean? Right, okay. I dislike the fact that I'm going to have to cook it soon. That is annoying. Oh, fuck off. Oh! Well, that gunshot was not far away. That's up at the train station. That's almost certainly the person that killed those Zeds ahead of me. Which actually, I'm kind of okay with now. It just means I'm going to go this way instead. I'm kind of okay with that. That is guaranteed to be the person that killed those Zeds. I am going to not try and fuck with. Detour around a little bit. This is going to be a bit of a field crossing, which I'm not a fan of, but try and get up to these trees up here. I am not going to shoot first. I am short on food. I'm gonna make a gap between. I'm pretty certain that shot they fired was a hunting shot. Yeah, that's actually surprisingly short a queue compared to some of the ones we've seen recently, mate. 30-person queue is not bad. I guarantee you tomorrow. At one point on Sunday, was it Sunday or Saturday? The event that was on the House of Hope, and they maxed the queue out. The queue was maxed. The queue itself has a cap. And it's 75 people, and it was capped. 90 people on the server plus a 75-person queue. People were trying to queue and couldn't queue. They could have. You're right. They could. They could also have bullets that they want to liberate. With my face as the liberation target. I'd really, really like to find just a fucking chicken or something. There is a farm up here. I think I'm going to head up towards this farm up here. I mean, the server's capped at 90, so... And the queue's capped at 75. They moved that cap up from 80 recently, actually. It used to be 80 people was the cap on the server, and now it's 90. The server cap was increased not long after I started playing. Okay. It was 6 months ago, maybe? Like that. Umbra will remember. I don't need to fish. I mean, I've got some chicken on me. What I was wanting to avoid was putting up a fire for 2 steaks. We can fish if we need to. That is the other option. I was kind of hoping to avoid doing that. I'd really like to find another chicken or something first, so that I can cook them all at once. May as well check these while I'm here anyway. Oh, are you Scottish, mate? Then it makes me think you're Scottish, and that's interesting if so. I mean, I've been playing less than you, mate. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I probably have more hours than you because I'm a loser who's put a lot of hours in. But I feel like I've made progress. I feel like I've made progress. To be clear, that doesn't mean I'm good or anything. I'm not suggesting I'm like Umbra, who's on with me, is like a far better PvPer, but he was a far better PvPer before he came onto this server. You know? I feel like my RP's improved. I feel like it's improved. That's not to say it's good. I do feel like it's improved. I kind of want to go up to that farm because I think that's got our best chance of finding some like, sheep or fucking cows or something. Very much like to find. Right, yeah. See, I'm over 1,000 hours now, and I only got my PC in September, and I'm away from home 50% of the time. I'm that loser. I don't normally come up here, but farm up here, and we find some food, and I can probably cook up here a little bit safer as well. Yeah, man. I don't normally stream at this time, Josh, but you know, I break the habit of a lifetime. You know what I mean? Umbra asked me to throw the stream up, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, mate. Well, Umbra happy. He might actually be off by now. He was going away to war. Most of us. I'm very much hope some livestock up. I have duct tape. Yet we have one silenced shot. Or should an animal be? There's normally lots of other people streaming this time of night, you know what I mean? So I do tend to play this time of night, but I tend not to stream because there ain't much point you try to compete with the Highlanders and the Barnbys of the world, you know what I mean? I'm aware that people are going to tend to watch the more popular streamers, and that's... Is there an animal there? I DC'd at the last restart, and just before I left, somebody was screaming, "Don't disconnect there," and I'm dreading whatever bug could wait. It might not be a bug, it might be that... It might be that you've disconnected in a gas zone, Pavlov. Because Doug doesn't spit you out of a gas zone. If you disconnect in one and you log back in and that zone's gassed, you're in the gas. Vanilla spits you out. Doug does not. But it might be that. That could be the reason your friend told you to... Oh. There's a DayZ I didn't. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's it, just appeared. That's good. Fucking hell, man. Man, I'm getting bad vibes this entire stream so far. Like, from like people being around. Just encountering random DayZ. This one here, I did not kill him. I really want to cook up. I'm going to have to head this way. We are getting to the point where we might have to consider fishing. Ah, dearie me, boys and girls. Dearie, dearie. Right, let's send some. I'm not fishing. I've got a couple of bits of chicken on me. We're not quite at the fishing stage yet, but we're not far off it. We're not far off it. Not far off it. I'm gonna go to this house and we're gonna fire up a fire and ice. Why am I sprinting? I really shouldn't be sprinting so low. Problem is the 2 chicken steaks I've got Probably won't even take me into white. I'm very, very surprised we've not just encountered naturally. You want to take? Is that a large? Small? Kind of want to take that. Oh, don't tell me this is one of those houses without a fucking... Oh no, it doesn't matter. I was about to say. That would have made me quite angry. There is one house, I can't remember what kind it is, that doesn't... fire in it. This feels bad. But what are you going to do? And you know fine well, the moment I leave this building, there's like, and the fire fault goes out, because obviously I've only put 3 sticks in. The moment I leave this building and run 100 meters, maybe a sheep or a cow or a fucking chicken or something. That is what's going to happen, guaranteed. And a copperberg on the go. Cheers. Need some ammo. It's guaranteed. It is absolutely stonewall guaranteed. I've made this fire to cook 2 bits of chicken, and so now when I leave this house, I am absolutely stonewall guaranteed to find some fucking, like a sheep or 2 cows or something. That is how this game works. That is how this game works. Right, chicken's cooked. Fuck out of here. I kind of actually want to get back up onto the train line. Kind of want to bypass Nevaya and kind of go round. Sense. Yeah, I'm not going to sprint. I don't have the food to sprint. I tend not to sprint anyway. Me and Umbra play this game very differently in that respect. I tend not to sprint as... just literally as a food conservation protocol. Whereas Umbra, doesn't matter how much food he's got, sprints everywhere. I'm not saying he's wrong, by the way. He's probably right the way he plays it. I don't. I tend not to sprint. Unless, you know, I'm very food wealthy and have somewhere I need. I'm definitely patrol those train tracks. But it is a nice clean way to get west to east, east to west. I do not like running, despite what Umbra will tell. There is a player. I suspect that the gunshots we heard were over at the Nevaya train station. So there is a player running the train tracks, and we've seen a lot of dead Zeds on our travels as well. So it's 1.5 on your food consumption. You travel twice as fast. Travel twice as fast, but you use it's 1.5 food per consumption per meter. Does that make sense? Hitting the shot at somebody jogging is a lot easier than sprinting. Sprinting and hungry is better than jogging and full. You know, it depends if you're sprinting and then dead. Like, I have no food, so you know. Me and Umbra will never agree on this discussion, ever. I fucking hate it, right? By the way, I want to get over these train tracks to the other side as soon as possible. But I'm gonna go and hit this industrial up first. No, it doesn't double. No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was trying to explain to you, Pavlov. It doesn't double the distance for 150% food consumption. It doubles it's 150% food consumption per meter ran. Does that make sense? So you run twice as fast, but for each meter you run, you consume 50% more food. Does that make sense? So it's not like it doesn't use less food. It's not like you're running. It's not like you're running twice as fast and using 50% more food. So like you gain. You lose. That makes sense. It's your food consumption per meter rather than per minute. Yeah, that is something I'm much better at nowadays. It's not passing food. But yeah, your food consumption is 150% per meter, not per minute. I'm pretty much always on a camping stove as well. Oh, look, I went yellow there for like a split second. Oh, I'm yellow again. It's weird. Yeah, pretty much Pavlov, yeah. Bit of algebra, bit of maths. We're going to nip in here. There is a world in which we do the barracks at Zaprudio. I definitely think this is something me and Umbra have spoken a fair bit about. I'm pretty confident the drop rate of canned food off the coast has substantially increased. Like, substantially. Like, you never saw canned food or, you know, like tinned food off the coast last wipe. You don't see it heaps now, but you see it way more than you did. You think? Be alright. Whining nobody's now that there's canned food every. I mean, I don't think that, like I say, I don't think it's that common. Maybe they dialed it back down again, or maybe I'm just speaking pish. That is also potentially the truth. Oh, no, where does it come out? Come on then, big man. Alright, come on. I think there's probably like I feel like there's probably the right amount of food in the game for the number of players. Like, you've also got to remember like there's a balance to be maintained between like survival reality and fun. You know what I mean? There's a fine line between it being fun and difficult to survive and the game just being obtuse, which might be more realistic but probably substantially less fun. I feel like food's in probably a pretty good spot. Is that a chicken? I swear down I heard a chicken there. You guys hear that? Fucking knew it. I fucking... What did I tell yous? What did I tell yous? What the fuck did I tell yous? I fucking knew it. I knew the moment I fucking lit that fire within minutes. Anyway. Let's do... Right, I'm out in the field anyway now, so I'm going to make the cross now. I'm not going to do Zaprudio Barracks. There's nothing I really desperately need from there. And I kind of have a bit of a goal to kind of head east tonight. There's people I kind of want to visit. This cross is so fucking sketch, by the way. Oh. What are you gonna do? I really wish. Have I got an epi on me? Could pop that epi, but I'd rather keep that for a proper rainy day. Only time you can starve is if you completely ignore food altogether for a long time. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. But that's fine though. Like, that will happen sometimes because you'll get distracted and you'll be punished for it. Like, you shouldn't ever die of starvation on Doug. Like, if you're keeping your wits about you. But the fact that you could, and it happens, and I've done it, I'm sure we've all done it at some point. We've died of starvation or thirst because we've just got ourselves distracted and not been right on the ball, and you die. You know what I mean? Like, we've all done it. Normally, you probably only maybe do it once and you learn the lesson and you don't do it again. But the fact that the threat is there is good. It's like a little ticking clock, isn't it? It's like Zeds in DayZ. The Zeds in DayZ aren't hard. They're there as a distraction more than an actual literal threat. Does that make sense? Like, you can die to Zeds. I've died to Zeds significantly more than I've died to starvation. But again, if you're playing properly, you shouldn't ever really die to Zeds. Now, you might die to the person that shoots you in the head while you're dealing with Zeds. Different kettle of fish. But point stands. Red already. I am going to have to start another fire here, but firewood. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to make the fire here, obviously. I'm just going to rip the plaster off and grab the supplies I need to make the fire right now. So I have it on me. Pardon me. So many little flighty bits in this cross. This bit right here, the stretch we're on right now. I've seen somebody there for a second, but I think it was just the bush rendering. Barracks down there. Down that little farm down there is normally pretty good for animals, I mean. I'm gonna have to stop at the next house and make a fire again. This is not a good place to make a fire, right on the fucking train tracks, but we have put ourselves in this position, unfortunately. I hope we can get some food at house. Now, this is not the most exciting game, guys, but I'm hoping that in doing this we are opening the gateways to more exciting RP avenues, especially given none of my guys are on teammates. So a little bit of pain just now could lead to actions in the next half hour or so. I'm hoping. That's the thought process. Game is taunting me with these gas canisters. Really like to actually take one, but I could probably make room, but I don't have the stove in. I can't remember where the houses are along here, along the train tracks here. I know there are some much closer to. There's that railway bridge with the houses off to the side, much further up here. We have got time. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to light a fire here. I don't love it, but that's where we're at. This is yawn sketch. Thankfully, we have a frying pan, so like it's quite a quick cook, as it were. But this is kind of stinking. I don't. It's a necessary risk. Drop any of the shit I've got for that, and I don't want to go curry, so. What the fuck? That's not what I meant to do there, by the way. I hate this. I hate everything about this. But c'est la vie. Hope everybody's having a good Friday night. Thank you for giving me a little bit of your time. If you are on YouTube, I would super appreciate if you like the stream. I am a small streamer, as you can tell. So people liking the stream makes a really big difference. People see it more. Well, it's really appreciated if you do that. If you're enjoying it. I know we've not got up to much yet, but hopefully that will change. Where we're going. Backpack sucks, man. I hate it. Very, very glad I grabbed that frying pan from base before I left, because like, see, sitting there and cooking 3 steaks one after the other, that is not where we want to be. I should check what's in that bag. There won't be anything, yeah, but I should check. Disciplined. Why are we not dry yet? Those 3 steaks should be enough to get us to House of Hope, I would have said. Right comfortable. And then we can start worrying about food. Yeah. here, you stomach. The plan is to be on to tomorrow, but probably not until after lunchtime UK time. I'm going to get up, make the girls, the wife's working. Get up, I'm going to make the girls some pancakes, swimming, morning, get a bit of lunch. Then probably fire the stream up maybe 12:30 when that's the thought process. For a few hours. Or around, fancy watching. We'll be on then. I don't know what I'll be up to, but yeah. Well, the good news is, Starby. I genuinely hate the fact I made it my PID, and I'm kind of pot committed now because the wolf headdress is dog shit. It weighs 5 kilos. It weighs 5 kilos for a hat. It's terrible PID from a I'm out of character practical perspective. It's awful. But I'm kind of committed now. With this character, I'm kind of committed to wearing it. Smell must be rotten as well, like you guys say. It's fucking terrible PID. Worm, you are uninvited from this stream, and if I was close enough to you, I would uninvite you to life as well through murdering you. So there. What do you say about that? Incredibly rude and disruptive person. It's 5 kilos, Will. It's 5 kilos for a fucking hat. Like, why couldn't I have picked a nice easy PID like fucking Worms? Daft stripy jumper and his coif. No, I had to pick the wolf headdress, which weighs 5 kilos. So like, no matter what happens, you're 5 kilos down no matter what happens. It's just like, it's so bad. It's so bad. Hello, Worm. Worm, it's lovely to have you here. Thank you for being on. For being here. Your presence is appreciated. Here we go. Too many wills. I was role-playing with Worm last night for, not for long, 15-20 minutes last night at RCC. And I swear to God, him and Twitchy just about killed me. Just about fucking killed me, the pair of them. So funny. I wish I'd been streaming it so I could at least make a short out of it. Honest to God. It was so funny. My word. Worm was streaming it, but for some reason he's got rid of his, like, the VOD. Must be a reason why. We had one before the vanilla one that got added. It might be later, I think it was going to be re-added. I don't know, man, but 5 kilos for a hat feels punitive. Let's say it like that. Like, punitive is the word I would use. Like, every other hat, I guess, weighs like 0.2 of a kilo, 0.5 of a kilo at most. Like the helmets, like the really, like the military helmet, I think is like 1 kilo. Wolf headdress being 5 feels punitive. It's maybe accurate. I don't know. I don't know how much a wolf skull would weigh. Yeah. I'm regretting my choices. Let's put it like that. But it looks cool as fuck. Something's got a convoy here. It's a little crossing. I've had it a couple of... Of course, it's always hit because this is such a... Yeah, 5 kilos for a hat, man. 5 kilos. I think it's heavier if wet as well, though. I think it doesn't get wet easily because it's a wolf. So it's like really waterproof and shit. It's like a wolf's, I guess. So I don't think it gets much heavier with being wet or whatever, but yeah. 5 kilos for a hat feels like... feels high to me. But I've been wolf too long now, and this has been my idea for me to change. Face paint, the dress, all green. It's generally wolf's PID is kind of... I don't have as distinctive a PID as worm, but generally all green, face paint, wolf headdress. I tried to, like, I don't have green gloves at the moment. I'm crack-headed to the tits right now, to be honest. But generally all green, backpacks all out, wolf headdress, face paint. I quite like to have some kind of goggles on as well. Are you? Oh, that's amazing. I would imagine just sitting in a room listening to you guys talking to each other is incredible. Umra didn't want to play with me tonight. He could have. He had the choice to. He had the option to play with me tonight, and he chose not. He chose other things that he felt were a better use of his time. What does that say? What does that say? It says he's probably making good life decisions. That's what it fucking says. Mate, on vanilla I do. I've done that on vanilla before. VS89, like, I've done it on here before. Have I done it on here before? I don't think I've done it here before. I don't think I've ever played on here before. You would just have no stam. Have no stam whatsoever. But like generally I am running the VS89. Like before I died there today, I was running VS89, SKS, headdress. I didn't have a ballistic vest on, to be fair, or a plate. Excuse me. And I was heavy. Like I was like, I don't know, 25% stam, 30% stam, something like that. Is that a chicken there on my left? Distant. Yeah, I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna roll those dice. Do you know though? It is because you have to constantly be like, oh, you're doing your. Shut the fuck up, Lord, honestly. I'd be allowed. It's just I live so far away from you guys. Like, you guys live so close to each other relative to me. I live a long way away from you. And I'm offshore half the time, so trying to sell the wife that I'm going to make a 20-hour round drive. Be a tough sell. I'm gonna lie. I've got a wife and 2 kids. I think that was the gas station when I was watching Word Stream a couple of nights ago. They were running back from the event and they just shot at the gas station for the lols. I'm pretty sure it was that gas station. I think Worm missed and the Mango shot it. Something like that. Somebody missed. It was probably Worm. Yeah. That bit you did yesterday where you had somebody else dressed up as you, Worm. He couldn't do the voice. But like he always could do the voice. But you couldn't do the voice. Oh my god. And like Weir immediately called it out. That's not Worm. Oh. Oh. Genius. Absolute genius, mate. Absolute genius. You don't miss. You don't miss with your jokes. You miss with your gun. If only jokes were bullets, Worm, then you would be Rambo. Instead, you're Peppa Pig. I don't know why I'm bothered checking these. Can't really be arsed. But so. You make that your box quote, Worm. Jokes were bullets, I'd be Rambo. I miss Short Round. Why is Short Round not here anymore? I miss Short Round. I only actually met him in character once, I think. The Whistle Stop Diner. I never ate at the Whistle Stop Diner. The one time I bumped into him, he was literally leaving his base to head east to find some mackerel from the sea for his restaurant. I never actually got to eat there. But I bumped into him and spoke to him. Well, the accent was fucking incredible. We're not too far away, I think. Rightly? Not too far away. This has been quite boring. Oh, Short Round used to be a clown. Did he? Oh, I didn't know that. I take it, like, are you guys still in contact with him? Like, is he... I mean, obviously he stopped dugging, I presume. Like, he's not, like, changed character or something, has he? I presume he's no longer on the server. Or taking a break from the server, at least. I had no idea Short Round used to be a clown. Whose base is that? That's not the that's the host, isn't it? That's the host up there. That's the host up there. We want to... I think that's the host. I think that's the host. We wanna visit that if so. I felt bad for Dan, man. A couple of nights ago. He got killed after that joke. He wasn't the stream earlier on. He had to disappear for work. He was watching the stream a couple hours ago before you came on. Or not a couple hours ago. An hour or so ago. Yeah, he seems like a top guy. He seems really funny, really nice guy. I think that's the host space. Right, straight ahead there. I think so. Pretty confident. Yeah, and I think he liked it too. I think Dan seemed to appreciate it too. I think he was like, yeah, it's fine. I had a good run. I enjoyed running with the clowns. It's a memorable way to go, you know. So that's the second time that's happened today. I did not see that guy. Maybe I was running a little bit too much out in the open on the train tracks. Fuck. Well, that was good. Yeah, I don't think I played that particularly. I don't know, man. I never saw that guy. I never had seen any sign of that guy. Was he behind me? Was he fucking in front of me? I don't know. I don't know. That's disappointing. Fuck. Oh. C'est la vie. We will not be doing what we would. Right then. Dear. Was he in front of me or behind me? Can you tell from watching back the VOD? Okay, fine. Mac, how's it going, mate? You just missed me getting killed. Absolutely. It's the second time today I've been one-shotted and never saw the guy. Well, that sucks balls, I ain't gonna lie. Second time I've died today. Wow. That character wasn't even 2 hours old. Maybe just over 2 hours old. This Christ is fucking Rambo, this guy. Oh, steak knife. Wowzers. Wowzers. I don't know where that guy was. I was maybe being a wee bit too... I probably wasn't being as careful on those train tracks as I should have been. But I'd love to know if that guy was in front of me or behind me. Fuck. We will never know. Good shot though. Fair play. Like I feel like I was keeping a pretty good eye behind me. But clearly not. Indeed. So, yeah, I know where I am. We can head to Kelm from here, I think. There's a well up here, if I remember rightly. That's gold. This is so beachy, I think, isn't it? Sure. very glad I didn't. Given that life wasted. I don't know. I feel like I was checking my arcs there fairly regularly. I checked this already, this building. Haven't I? I feel like I was... Maybe not. Oh, obviously not enough. Whatever I was doing was not sufficient because I am dead. So clearly it was not enough. Just, why not? Like, whoever killed me isn't getting that much. Like, the best thing they're getting is a tundra with a scope, hunting scope. Not bad. Probably worth the bullet, but it would have been nice if they held me up or something, you know. Been here fairly recently. I really should also not make those journeys solo, probably. Here, big man. I'm over here. Oh, of course, of course. It's all coming up Milhouse. Yeah, that's disappointing. That kind of puts scupper to my plans for the evening. Just PID'd as well. Oh, you got a fair bit of ammo. I had a couple of boxes of ammo. A decent chunk of ammo. Right, is now telling me off dead. Because he right. That is disappointing. That is the second time I've died like that today. The annoying. Are dead with sign of it, what happened, anything like that. I'm a whole bandit. This will be done, but we will check it. Disciplined check it anyway. On the off chance. Ah, man. That one kinda sucks. I'm now like second guessing how I could have done that differently, you know what I mean? Oh, oh, donkey. Where is it? Sharpening stone's good. I've got. Yeah, I don't know what like. Like, was I being lazy in my arc checking? Maybe. Maybe I was. Watch as I forget to fucking wash my hands before I eat now. Have you watched the VOD back? Did you see it well? Have you watched it back? I don't know if I should have. Like, I don't feel like I was. I definitely wasn't being ultra cautious. I definitely wasn't. I don't think I was. Like, I was checking ahead, I was checking behind, I was, like, you're running the train tracks. You're not going to be jinking the whole time. Nobody's jinking the whole time when they're running the tracks, you know what I mean? Maybe I should be, though. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. It's the second time I've died in that exact same map. That is frustrating. That is frustrating. Right. Upwards and upwards. Upwards and in upwards. Yeah. Pretty certain. Sorry, I was tabbed out to make sure I am where I think I am. We're heading towards the lead, basically. Yeah, I mean, it's like fair play to the guy. You know what I mean? He got me bang to rights. Like, I've no qualms with him. You know what I mean? I would have liked him to RP, but like, of course I would have liked him to RP. I'm dead now, so of course I would have liked that. But it's a fair kill. You know what I mean? But this kind of suck. Not gonna lie. Especially like I was making that journey solo to RP. You know what I mean? That's the frustrating aspect of it. Especially when it happened already today. This is a terrible spawn for where I live as well. What you got to do? Probably not going to be on for a lot longer tonight either. So we'll just see. I'd hoped to do some RP tonight, and it's not played out that way. I mean, like, you don't know what happened in that situation. Maybe the guy's right next to me and I've given him a fright or something, you know what I mean? How much KOS have I done not in a melee area this storm cycle? Try to think if I've killed anybody KOS. Did I have a funny feeling I killed somebody as the result of a robbery, but we RP'd that out. So I wouldn't classify that as KOS. That makes sense. I don't think I've KOS'd a single player. Like, I don't even know if I've KOS'd somebody in the military, to be honest. I'd be wrong about that. I try not to KOS. I should probably be doing it. Yeah. I should probably be doing it more often. Like you probably there's probably a non-zero amount of times you should kill it. You know what I mean? Oh, that is actually a genuinely that. So that's good. I actually. Weird, but I've got the sharpening stone. Food. I tend not to KOS. I tend not. Shit, I am definitely. Wait and see. I am 1,000,000% going to forget to wash. As a matter of fact, I'm going to forget. Me, big brain plays. Can't drink that water anyway, so. I'm actually going to go into see if I can find some rags so I can. Unwrapped. We're not exactly where I think we are, by the way. Exactly. Just a wee bit. Oh, I did not mean to be coming down there. That is a no. You can. Maybe I just wasn't being cautious enough. I think maybe I wasn't being cautious enough, to be honest. I think maybe I wasn't scanning enough. To be honest. Hey-ho. That was a gunshot, wasn't it? Sure. I think I probably wasn't quite. I don't know. More bullets. Ooh. Good. Orvlets, aren't we? Yeah, we're in Orvlets. In towards. Okay. Okay. Ironically, don't need another spark. I remember, is there a well here? I remember this one. Let's go here. Further up on the left. It's fine. Or warp. A little bit of food. A water bottle. Some juice. That's probably where we're going. No. Anyway. Realistically. It might be worth us cooking up our food while we're here too. This is an okay start. We have some food. Oh. But now. Right. Done. Right. Unload it. Door. I'm gonna bother. Fuck is going? Lagging. I am lagging like. Like my internet started playing up. Lagging like. There we go. There we go. What the fuck? I go. Die here. Die to fucking lag. Oh man. What the fuck is going on? Oh man. I don't know what the fuck happened there. You guys see that? That was great. Would do again. Yeah, man, that was crazy. Did you see that? Like what that like. I don't think the stream. I don't think anything went wrong with the stream. I don't think it was my internet. I don't know. It's going badly, Jason. I just died. Died to a single shot, and now I am. I'm just getting lagged out and dying that way. So good. Now I'm getting a circle up. Or God alone knows. I'm still lagging. I'm still lagging like crazy. I'm gonna die here. I literally can't walk into a fucking. What the fuck is going on? Wow. Wow. That was good. I enjoyed that. Good. I mean, I'm pro dead. I've only got one bandage and I'm twice. So I'm almost certainly going to be out here. Or get a blood infection. Some clothes. If I can even get into a fucking building in the first place. Oh, nice. Nice. No. Oh, I've still got that circle appearing. What the fuck is going on, man? Like, are you guys seeing this? Like, the stream's fine, isn't it? The stream's fine? Die anyway. I literally can't select a bandage here. What the fuck is going on? Well, that was good. That was real. I enjoyed that. What happened there? And it's all fine now. Whatever the issue was, all fine. I think I'm going to call it, guys, to be honest. A bit. Stuff. I'm now getting a server icon, so... It might be, but like, how does the stream look? Is the stream looking framey on your end, Jason? Like, it might be, I don't know. I'm not seeing any issues my end, but... Oh! How do I say that? Jump me there. I might call it for the night, guys, because this is a fucking shit show. I'm feeling quite frustrated. So it may be best for me to step away. My third death of the day, so that's good. There's even less I could do about that one, realistically. Ay, 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 ay. Seems to be stable now. There is he. That was frustrating. Unknown food is like such a shit show. Take it. I'm not even going to take it because it makes you ill. Oh, fucking right. That is my. The DayZ gods have told me to fuck off for them. I am going to. Like this is not happening. This is not happening. I ain't fighting dogs. Ain't doing it. I not be arsed. Right, I'm going to dip for the night. That is the gods telling. Thank you guys for being on. Apologies for how it all played out. But it's one of them. It's one of them. Maybe we could have done better with the way we died, but like that second one, obviously there was about that. Yeah, I'm gonna knock it on the head. Thanks everybody for being on. Much appreciated. I'm gonna dip and I will catch you guys tomorrow if you're about.